Welcome to HDIN Research. Today, we're not just talking about energy. We're talking about a $100 billion power gap that's threatening to turn the AI revolution into a blackout. This is the hydrogen paradox of 2026. While everyone is chasing green, two giants, Bloom Energy and FuelCell Energy, are fighting for something much more primitive: survival and reliability. One is selling a green future, the other is selling right now. Let's dive in. We call this power latency. Imagine having a warehouse full of $40,000 NVIDIA chips and no way to turn them on. It's like owning a Ferrari in a world without gas stations. We're talking about $12 billion in lost revenue every single year just because companies are stuck in a utility queue. This isn't an engineering problem, it's a financial bleed. Now, let's check the bank accounts. It's a capital winter out there. Despite the hype, these fuel cell companies are burning cash faster than a rocket launch. Why? Because building high-tech stacks is expensive, and the supply chain is a mess. Between BE and FCEL, they're set to burn nearly $500 million this year. The question is, who has enough lunch money left to make it to 2027? So you have a choice. Do you want market speed or deep decarbonization? Bloom Energy is betting on the sprint, using natural gas today to get power now. FuelCell Energy is playing the long game: carbon capture and hydrogen storage. It's the classic battle, the hare versus the tortoise. But in the AI world, the tortoise might just get stepped on. Here is Bloom's secret sauce. They aren't selling green energy, they are selling time. While your competitors are waiting 4 years for a grid connection, Bloom can drop a box in your parking lot and have you running in 12 weeks. That 3-year head start is a massive competitive moat. In business, being first isn't just an advantage, it's everything. Bloom is literally plugging into the AI hardware. They are designing systems that sit right next to NVIDIA Blackwell racks. This isn't just backup power, this is the primary heartbeat of the data center. By staying quote from the grid, they don't care about blackouts or utility price hikes. It's ultimate energy independence. For the geeks in the room, Bloom's high-temp tech is a beast. While standard electrolyzers are sweating at 60 degrees, Bloom is cooking at 800. Why? Because heat makes the chemistry easier. They use 25% less electricity to make the same amount of hydrogen. That's the difference between a profitable business and a science project. Now let's look at FuelCell Energy. They've realized they can't beat Bloom at the data center game, so they've pivoted. They aren't just a power company anymore, they are a filter company. Partnering with ExxonMobil, they are focusing on hard-to-abate industries: steel, cement, chemicals. They capture the CO2 while making power. It's a niche, but it's a big one. Their tech is like a chemical vacuum cleaner. It sucks CO2 out of factory smoke and concentrates it so it can be buried underground. And they have this tri-generation trick, producing power, hydrogen, and clean water all at once. It's the ultimate multi-tool for a port or a refinery. If Bloom is a scalpel, FuelCell is a Swiss Army knife. The scoreboard tells a clear story. Bloom is scaling, aiming for nearly $2 billion in revenue. FuelCell is still in the hundreds of millions. But look at the margins. Bloom is starting to actually make money on every unit, while FuelCell is still fighting for air. In 2026, the market doesn't care about your potential anymore. It wants to see the cash. The market has split. Bloom owns 72% of the distributed power pie, basically anything that needs to turn on fast and run clean. FuelCell and the others are fighting for the 28% of industrial carbon capture. It's a bifurcation. You're either a compute power play or a carbon filter play. There is no middle ground. Operations matter. Both companies are trying to fix their supply chains. Bloom is nearshoring their alloys to avoid shipping delays, while FuelCell is struggling with stack degradation. If your tech breaks every 2 years, you don't have a business, you have a maintenance nightmare. Bloom is winning the reliability war right now. Here is the finish line. 2026 is the year of reckoning. We expect Bloom to finally hit that magic milestone: EBITDA positivity. That means they finally stop asking investors for money and start making it. FuelCell, on the other hand, likely needs one more refill, one last capital raise to make it to 2027. The clock is ticking. But let's be real. Both of these companies are living on government handouts. The Inflation Reduction Act is their life support. If those tax credits get delayed or canceled, the floor drops out. Technology alone can't survive a political shift. This is the subsidy cliff, and it's the biggest risk in your portfolio. In conclusion, the AI era has changed the rules. It's no longer just about being green, it's about being available. Bloom is winning because they solved the power gap today. FuelCell is a visionary for tomorrow, but tomorrow is a long way off when the grid is crashing. Speed is the new sustainability. Here's a final thought you won't hear elsewhere. Stop looking at the science. Bloom Energy isn't an energy company. They are a logistics company. They win because they can ship, permit, and install quote boxes faster than anyone else. In a crisis, the person with the fastest delivery truck always beats the person with the best laboratory. That's our outlook for 2026. If you want the full 50-page data model behind these slides, head over to HDINResearch.com. We've got the deep dives that the mainstream media missed. Questions? Drop them in the comments or shoot us an email. Stay hungry, stay powered.